Hey, welcome to Bridging the Generation podcast, man. Today, I got a very, very special guest, man. I got one half of Dirty Diggs, my man. Hey, state your name again, man.
Yo, this is JR from Dirty Diggs.
Yes, sir. You
Appreciate you
hear that,
having
man?
me on the show, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, no doubt, man. You hear that? Hey, I've been waiting for this opportunity, man. I've been following I've been following your music, man, for about I say since 2012, man, with the Planet Asia project. um Black Belt Theater.
Yeah. That's a fire joint, man. That's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yo, hey, hold on, let me calm down. Let me calm down. Okay. I freaking love that project, man. I want to know, man. Do you have some time, man? Cause we about to talk.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hey,
We here.
you see, I got my Bay shit, man, on today, man. I know
Yeah.
y'all not exactly Oakland or whatever, but it's still kind of like Bay Area, kind of a little bit, right? A little bit.
Yeah. A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, so look. All right, JR, man. So again, I got you one half of the production duo, man, Dirty Diggs, man. I always wanted to know, how did you guys get the name, man, Dirty Diggs, man?
Oh man, that's a funny story, yo. We were just on some just burning up, and me and my bro were just burning, grabbing food one day. And we were just thinking, yo, what should we call ourselves?
Yeah.
Because we already started working with Age, and we didn't really have a name yet. So we were
Okay.
just like, man, we're thinking of different shit, and then Dirty Digs came up to mind while we were blazing the shit, and it's like, the shit made sense. We digging a lot, we turning all that dirt into gold. So why not? It fits, and we just started rolling with that ever since.
No doubt, man. No doubt. I can dig it, man. Like I said, a lot of guests, man. That's normally my first question. I gotta get that out the way because I love that name, man. Like every time I see Dirty Digs, man, it's synonymous with fire production, man. Like whenever I
Oh
see that,
man.
yeah, no doubt, man. It's almost like whenever you see, produced by Jizza, produced by DJ Premier, produced by like whenever I see that Dirty Digs, man, I already know what I'm about to get myself into, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man. And we've been working with Ace for a long time. We've been doing a lot of music, so it's good to know that people out there like yourself, people who actually appreciate the art, could actually got a good ear and be could tell what's
Yeah.
fire, and could actually tell the sound that we got. So we actually mad appreciation with you tuning in and peeping all the sounds, yo.
Hey, man, we about to go in. Hold that thought on Planet Asia, man. I want to start from the beginning because, again, I'm a fan of your work, and on my platform, man, this it's about the music, man. I want to talk about this catalog, man. I don't care about all this extra goofy shit that's going on out here, man. We want to talk about this Dirty Digs catalog, man. And since I got you on here, I want to start from the beginning. So, where are you guys actually from, man? Can you let the fans know where you guys actually from?
Yeah, shit, we're out here. We're out from LA, a little outer part of LA called the Valley, and
Okay.
North Hills Panorama, and basically that's where we're from. We met Age out while he came out here, so and then we just kept going back and forth and back and forth. So that's
Okay.
how that came about.
Okay. Because I thought you guys were from Northern California.
Nah. We from SoCal and shit. You know what I mean? We
Oh
just spend a
shit.
lot of time out there, though. We spend a lot of
Yeah.
time out there, so we're chilling with Rasco, chilling with Age. That's basically like our second home and shit.
Okay. All right, man. So let's keep it moving. Again, like I said, a lot of great producers from SoCal, man. We talk about Daz, Frederick, lot of great guys, man. Dr. Dre, man. What were some of your influences growing up in SoCal?
Yeah, shit. Being my older brother Noah, he was like a big influence. So we were listening to a lot of like Wu Tang, a lot of RZA, a lot of
Mm.
OGC, a lot of Boot
Oh,
Camp. So like, and my sister, she's like 49, so whatnot, she introduced us to like LL Cool J and Beastie Boys, so we were listening to a lot
right.
a lot of that stuff, and as far as West Coast stuff, Alchemist, Madlib, those guys are big influences. You know what I mean? As
Shout
well
out to
as the guys with
Alchemist,
the big
man.
sounds, Battle Cat, Dre. You know what I mean? And the list goes on because everybody. It
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
like some of the powerhouses in like commercial or hip hop, big company hip hop is a lot of West Coast producers. So,
no
we just
doubt.
try to follow the lineage and make sure we have our own sound, and we don't exactly sound like everybody else that came before us. I mean, we're
Oh,
borrowing though. We're borrowing sounds in here and
no
there.
doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
And that brings me. I was going to ask that question later, man. Because again, man, you named some legendary producers, man. We talk about Mad Lib, we talk about Alchemist. We can get a little bit more mainstream with Battle Cat, Dr. Dre, whatever. But what would you say that separates your sound from all these other producers that's in the California region, man? Southern Cal, Northern Cal. I can tell you what I feel because I can hear a Dirty Diggs production. But what say you in regard to that?
Uh, I think what separates us is the way we chop sounds, and the way we still it's still choppy, but it turns out to be super smooth and super rhythmic. Still, there's a lot of melody going on,
No doubt.
and I think that's what we like more. There's this thing in hip hop that me and my bro would always, at like age, we'd be hanging around the studio all the time, and we just have this
Okay.
thing like we just used to call them white boy drums, and we just used to like make fun of that all the time. So that just making fun of that all the time just kind of like turned out better for us because then we were just so like anti, where the beat goes like you could, them boring beats that just go doosh. So we just
Yeah.
try to do something else, put a little bit more rhythm, put a little bit more soul back into the music
Okay.
too. You know what I mean? So
No doubt.
that's
No
basically
doubt.
our goal.
Yeah, man. You guys' sample game is ridiculous, man. It's right now. I'm gonna have to put you guys definitely in the top three, man. As far as like cutting these samples up and putting them in certain parts of songs, man. I love how you guys your arrangements when
Uh,
it comes to samples, man.
Man,
Yeah.
appreciate you. Yeah, that's like our whole name. So, and we just love that part of hip hop. You know what I mean? Because we also still make beats that we use no samples, and you'll only get like one of those every like 3 years or something like that.
Okay.
But we really do enjoy the samples. We still go out. I mean, not because of the pandemic. It's been a while
Right.
since I've been crate digging, but before that, I was still out there weekly, still buying records. You know what I mean? And I still buy records online. So, you
Okay.
know, and we're happy to even say that shit. Almost about 100% of our beats are basically off vinyl, off records. So,
I love that.
that's a special thing, especially
Yeah.
in 2020.
Yeah, I was just about to ask about that, man, because a lot of artists, man, I feel like with Dirty Diggs production, man, you guys are really staying true to the essence of hip hop. As far as like that's where when hip hop originated, it was very heavily sample based, and now that sound is dying, man. So I appreciate you guys. What do you feel about that as far as staying true to that sound, the essence?
Yo, yeah. Actually, I have a, I really enjoy when people are unique. You know what I mean? So I enjoy other producers, but I don't like when other producers always copy other people's sound. So
No
I
doubt.
do enjoy Metro Boomin, and I do enjoy like Pure Born and stuff like that. People who I think are new and like coming up with something new, because
Okay.
I like the new 21 Savage album. Metro Boomin is chopping up samples there, and like I like that he chopped up his samples and still sounds like himself. So
No
I
doubt.
do respect all that, and and even now in like, I guess, this realm of hip hop, it's the I do enjoy everybody using samples, but I do hear a lot of the same samples over and over again.
No
So
doubt.
I just
Yeah,
think
man.
people need to get a little bit, like,
Exactly.
they just need to dig a little bit more, and not just be on YouTube all the time because it's always the same records. So I know why they all use the same breaks and they all use the
Right.
same samples. It's just because those are the ones on YouTube and shit.
Yeah, it's so many different records, man. I really feel like, when you become a producer or somebody that really gets involved in a genre of music, man, you should know your history. So, try to I guess this kind of like what you're saying, I'll piggyback off what you're saying, man. Just try to, diversify yourself a little bit as far as like if you're gonna be in that realm of sampling. Is that basically what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, exactly, exactly. People should always do their homework of who the best drummers were, or who the best horn players were, or who the best pianists were, or who the
No
best,
doubt.
who was blowing the best flutes or whatever. You know, what I mean, people should know
Exactly.
that type of shit, or
No doubt.
who had the best percussion. And that helps with the art. You know what I mean? Just knowing who did what back then, and not just knowing Michael Jackson or Prince
Right.
or something, but just going a
Exactly.
little bit deeper. You know what I mean? And just
No doubt.
learning the art a little bit, because we of course we know that hip hop came from funk and jazz and soul and
No
all
doubt.
that, you know what I mean?
No
But there's
doubt.
kids out there that don't even know that type of stuff, and even
Right.
people that were doing trap music that want to do this type of sample based hip hop now because they seen West Side Gun get all popular
Mm.
off it, and now they want to, that goes with the whole thing too. People should just be themselves at the end of the
Ex-
day,
I agree. I agree, man. We go get it. Like I said, man. I hope you got some time, man, because I'm enjoying this conversation, man. We got a lot more music to talk about. And speaking of music, I wanted to ask you, man. Like again, man. Listen to your productions. It's very unique. In sound quality and tone. Um, I wanted to know, do you guys have any like musical background?
Not really. I mean, my parents used to like make us play the piano and the
Yeah, that's what I mean.
guitar,
Yeah,
but
like that.
yeah, it was like little stuff like that. We did learn, but it wasn't like I was so serious about that.
Okay.
I was more concerned with like break dancing and hanging out with my
Right.
friends, and then I seen people rocking with turntables, and I was like, oh, it's over. I'm never playing the guitar ever again. And then
Okay.
I actually got a pair. I used to play the drums a lot, and my bro used to play the guitar a lot.
Okay.
But I kind of like stopped at the senior year of high school, and our neighbors at the time used to hate me. I used to be banging on the drums heavy. And then I had the
Right.
turntable set up at the time, so they used to like, man, they were dickheads. They used to call the cops on a little 17-year-old kid all the time. Like, jeez.
Yeah, man. That's wild. That's wild, man. So look, again, man, you guys from Southern California, man. I don't know exactly how old you guys. You don't have to tell your age or anything like that, but what was the scene of hip hop around the time when you guys came into hip hop? Like, what was popular around that time when you guys came into hip hop? Because I can get a basic, I
Uh,
can kind of get a basis of your age group just based on that without actually,
yeah,
saying your,
I
your
guess.
age or anything.
Well, I was in it a little early. My bro and his homies were already listening to a lot of like the original gun clappers, and boot camp click, and I
Oh,
guess
sure.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
guess what was big was like I guess when yeah, I guess that was like the main stuff that was going on. I guess that's why you could explain why like our sound is the way we sound like. It's
No
because
doubt.
that kind of like
Souls of
was a
Mischief.
major input. Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, of course. That's like
yeah.
automatic. Del the funky Homo sapien,
They're the
and then the
funky
first
Homo
thing you
sapien.
mentioned was Planet Asia.
Yeah, Jurassic 5.
Yeah,
Um,
that was all super huge.
yeah,
Jurassic
yeah.
Five. Yeah,
Far
yeah.
Side,
Those were yeah. Hieroglyphics was major.
hieroglyphics.
That was
Hey,
like like the West Coast Wu Tang over here for
yes,
sure.
sir.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So again, man, I see where you're getting some of your influences from, man. How long have you guys been producing, and when did you guys decide? You know what? I think we can do this, man. Like maybe we should buckle down and take this shit serious, man. So can you tell me that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we started producing just like mess around because it all started from doing house parties. I used to DJ a lot of house parties in high school and college. So,
Okay.
I mean, maybe around 2002, I started making beats lightly. And from there, maybe like 5 years after that, maybe 4 years
Mm,
after that, we went to Planet Asia, and we just, but it wasn't like we were doing mad songs in Planet Asia. We just come around here around the studio, and then he was doing jewelry box sessions at the time, and it's like a little bit right before the DJ Muggs album is when we started hanging out with Age Heavy and just being like, that's when as soon as Age, because I respected Asia's music ever since like I was young. You know what I mean? When he was rolling with
right.
Cali agents, he was all over the radio over here. So
No doubt.
as soon as I linked up with Age early, I was like, oh man, like this is the fool I want to work with. And luckily, he's been uh he's been enjoying our sound ever since he met us. You know what I mean? So
You guys produced
he's
about
been
like
able to.
five albums with him.
Oh yeah, 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 and that's not even including all the mixtapes and
Right,
all the
right,
songs he does for our albums and all the songs he
right.
does for all our affiliates. So
So hold on. Okay, let's back up a little bit because we about to get into that. The first project again. I want to get into a little more in depth with this. What you're talking about. You mentioned Planet Asia. So again, I'm a diehard Planet Asia fan. Um, my first introduction to Planet Asia was the Black Belt Jones project. No, my introduction to Planet Asia with Dirty Diggs. Now I remember him with Cali Agents, of course, but my first introduction to you guys was through the Black Belt Theater Project. So again, I know you just mentioned him. How did you guys actually meet him? How did you guys actually link up?
yeah, it was actually before Black Belt Theater we met him. We met him while we were doing the Gold Chain Millet. No, we met him before all that. But our first songs we did were for post post war mixtape for Gold Chain, and I want to
Okay.
say we recorded that in 2008, but or
Mm.
2007, but it didn't come out till mad years later because that was the style back then. We just record
Yeah, I was just
songs
about
and
to
then
say
release
I don't
them.
remember that one.
Yeah, yeah, it was like a mixtape for the Gold Chain Military. It was like
Okay.
right before, and then our first official, like that was our first joints were Age, and then we got on the Gold Chain Military album. We did a couple joints on there, and
Okay.
then we did the Black Belt Theater album. But
So
we're
again,
already homies, chilling all the time, and
okay. So
Ace was already doing mixtapes for us, like he was doing singles on that little mixtapes. But we didn't really, we just put those out for the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
right.
Those were
Okay.
really on the internet.
See, man, you guys got a lot of music, man. I did my homework, man. Like I pretty much own your entire catalog, but you just mentioned some stuff that
Ooh.
I don't even know, man. Like I don't know about those ones from 2000. I'm 2012 and up as
Oh
far as
man,
30
that's
days.
fire. Yeah, yeah.
But
That
look,
the
that's a lot of fucking music though, man. Like from
oh
what you
yeah.
guys put out from 2012, that's your catalog is crazy, and I want to get into all of that. I want to get into the bulk of it. We can't cover every single project, and we'll be here for like 4 days.
Oh yeah, I already know that, man. Like
Yeah.
this year we
So,
put out like
so
12 mixtapes.
yeah, no doubt. So again, I want to start with the Black Belt Black Belt Theater Project. Again, that was my introduction to Dirty Diggs. And I remember the first two songs, man, that really blew my mind was that Grown Folks Talking with Talib Kweli,
Oh
and
yeah,
you
that was
had
the
that
fire.
Diamond Life. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, 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 go keep going. I was just agreeing with you. I like
Oh,
I like
okay, yeah, yes. And you had Diamond Life with Camp Low, man. Like, tell me how was it working with Talib Kweli, man, and Camp Low on that project, man? You had a lot of other great guests on it also, but them two songs right there were the ones that I'm like, yo, these guys is a problem. These guys is a
yeah.
problem,
Oh
man.
man. Oh man, I appreciate you. Well, man, those songs were actually special, yo. Cause we actually went to Talib Kweli's crib, and he has a
Come on,
studio in the back of
let's
his
talk
crib.
about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, and then we went over there and we did the song over there at his crib. Got to chop it up with him. But that wasn't like the first time I met him. It's like one of the first times we ever did music though together. So and that was
Okay,
fun. Just being me, my bro, Age. Age and Quali known each other for a long time and shit.
no
So
doubt.
when we went over there, who else was there? I don't know if you know those guys.
Nah,
Some
I
other
don't know.
rappers were there too. Thursday and
I know
they're
Thursday.
like
I
some.
heard it.
Yeah, they were over
Yeah,
there in the
yeah.
lab too. They're working on their own joints, and then Quali has like two sessions going on at the same time and shit. So
Now
yeah, we
this
ended
was
up.
this was in New York.
No, that was out here in LA. Quali is when
Okay.
he had a crib out here and shit, out in
This is when he was with
Miami.
when he had his group. What was it? Strong Arm Steady with Don and
Oh
all them guys.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, he had
Okay.
Strong Arm and all them. He had I forgot what the record label was called, but he had the label at the time. So shit, we ended up going over there, blazing a bunch, having a good time, and the thing is, he picked out a bunch of beats, and I don't know if he used them. I would have heard if he used them or not, but
Right.
I remember him picking out a bunch of beats, and I don't know where they went. It would have been nice though. Fools would have did another song, and that was a fire. But yeah, that was
Yeah,
fun.
man.
That was a fun one. That was a fun one. Camp Low too,
Okay.
man. The Camp Low joint was like a memorable moment too, yo. Just that whole experience too, because it was like the last of the real album, not a real album, but it's last of like an album budget. We actually had a budget.
Right.
We got paid, and shit, so we actually enjoying life and shit. And
No.
yeah, that shit was good. Oh, the Camp Low session, that one was fire. Because the day before, Camp Low had a show with the Beatnuts, and we were all
Okay.
chilling at the show and partying and all that. And then we didn't even know we were gonna do. Everybody decided they were gonna go to the studio and shit
Uh-huh.
the day after, and then that's how it happened. Fools were getting twisted, yo. I can't believe fools ended up finishing a song. That's how bad it was. Fools were getting so
Yeah,
twisted, so
man.
bad. But that's how it is. That we just like to have fun, make hip hop. That's be ourselves. That's like the essence to me. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. So like I said, man, you guys have a great relationship with Planet Asia, man. I know you dropped two more projects a little bit after that. High End Clothes, which is a fucking classic, man, and Asiatic Prince, man. Tell me about the working relationship. Like, why is your chemistry with Planet Asia so special, man? Because I believe you guys have worked with him more than anybody, man. Like, what is it with
Oh yeah.
what is it like working with Planet Asia?
Well, first of all, that Asia's family by now. We when he's not out like going out and
No doubt.
partying at the other cities. He's at the studio every day, and even if we're not recording, we're just kicking back watching kung fu movies or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? So Asia's fam. We go out to eat all the time. We hang out. He's met my parents. I've met his grandparents, his grandma. You know what I mean? So it's like real family. It's
No
like
doubt.
it's definitely something like that we don't have with other artists. You know what I mean? Besides Gold Chain, the Gold Chain people and Age, it's just because they showed mad love in the beginning when other artists wouldn't. So
Okay.
and Age has been official. I respect his artistry heavy. So you
All
know,
right.
for us to be, it only makes
Okay.
sense for us to be homies, and rather than I'd rather make
Hmm.
music with a homie than make music with somebody they don't know.
Okay. So
That's
talk about that, man. Let's go back a little bit, man. So you just mentioned like, when other artists didn't show love, man. Like how was that? Like how did you guys, who was the first person that accepted some of your production and realized like, man, these guys are special, man, because I know a lot of times, man, let's just be honest, man, it's a popularity contest, man.
oh
And
yeah, already.
yeah, it's a popularity contest, man. So how was it like, man? Like starting off, like trying to get your beats, your beats off to, to respectable artists, man. Like, if you don't mind, if you could, you could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, the first person we probably worked with was like Percy P, and
Damn,
like
I ain't heard that name. Wow, man.
yeah. So and that was a while ago, maybe
Yeah.
2003, 2004. So
Wow.
I knew a few like they at least were going in the right direction, and then we did a song with like Roxy back in the day,
Okay.
and that's about it. Like a couple other artists, it was mainly just like neighborhood dudes, and you know what I mean. And I just was, I just was so confident, and I wasn't even the type of fool to give out my beat like a beat CD to anybody. So it's
Right,
kind of luck how, or good timing or whatever you want to call it, or
right,
destiny or whatever the fuck is like how we met age. You know what I mean? That's
right.
just yeah, that's just meant to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
like magic. It
yeah,
just
because
came together.
his rap style is like perfect for our style of beats because I wouldn't even say that our beats are totally fully West Coast sounding compared to
I was
other
just
West
about
Coast
to say
producers. So, and Age isn't a West Coast sounding artist.
he's
So,
not.
he actually sounds like he's from New York when he raps. So,
Exactly.
it's kind of funny.
Yeah,
Kind of funny that
Asian from
our styles found each other.
okay, okay. Because when I think of, like I said, man, when I think of like you know, top tier producers, man. In my opinion, top tier producers out of California, the guys that I listen to, the guys that are A1 to me. I'm gonna say Dirty Diggs, Alchemist, Madlib. To me, that's the trifecta right there. And
Oh
how do
man,
you feel like, this is not me just saying it. I've heard from other guys, man, that have mentioned you guys with the likes of Mad Lib, man, with the likes of the Alchemist, man. How do you feel about, people comparing you guys, man, as far as, having putting together great quality like those two guys?
oh yeah, that's a great feeling, and that's nothing but mad appreciation and mad love for everybody who just loves hip hop because mainly we just how it is being a artist or producer or whatever. I don't know who's listening to the music. I just know people are listening, and especially
Right.
with a guy like Age and other artists that we worked with, I know it's getting listened to, and I'm not even the type of person, and I know maybe my bro does, but I know for sure. But he probably doesn't. Like looks up our own name on the internet, so I know for sure I don't. But I get enough DMs and enough ads to be like, oh, these fools actually some of these fools like our music, and to be named with with those guys are some of my favorite West Coast producers too. But at the same time, I
Legends.
feel justified. I feel like we are that good too and shit. So
Hey, man,
I'm
talk your shit.
happy other people think that too because it's a lot of
Man,
hard work and a lot of like chopping samples all day.
no doubt, no doubt. Talk your shit, man, because like I said, you guys have a remarkable catalog, man. So I wanna fast forward, man. You guys did a project, man, one of my favorite projects, man, that you released with Tri-State, man. Do you remember this one? Digital Documents.
Oh yeah, that's an old one. That's a fire one.
Yeah,
Woo.
that's Tri-State is he was with Durag Dynasty, man, with him, Planet Asia. They Alchemist did a project with them.
Yeah,
I love that project, man. But talk
I was
about
in the
that project,
studio.
man. If you remember working with Tri-State, I mean, because that's the one that got illustrious tablet. You also did illustrious tablets that year with him also. But
Yeah,
can you
exactly.
talk about working with Tri-State, man? I think he's a very underrated MC. Can you talk about how was it working with him and producing those two projects, if you remember?
Oh yeah. Tri-State is our guy too, yo. He's part of the Gold Chain military too. So we've
Shout out
known
to
him
Tri-State.
yeah, we know him for a long time, and working with Tri-State is just like working with Age, yo.
No
Those
doubt.
two are like the same. Those two are the same people. We're all the
uh,
same. So it's all fun, yo, working with Tri-State. And I was actually up in the studio with them while they were doing do-rag. So I already
oh,
knew the type of level they were doing. You know what I mean? So
so you was in there with
like,
Alchemist and all of those guys, like right
yeah,
there.
exactly. We used to be. I seen even before they were doing do-rag. Alchemist is the one that like introduced me to Large Pro, and I got to sit in the room and see Large Pro chop records. Alchemist always used
Mm,
to tell me to come through to watch him chop records and chop beats. I used to take the
right,
invitation a couple times and shit, but I used to not like make myself like overdo it. So I don't know how they felt about me, but every time they
right.
invited me, I was always with it, and that's
Okay,
them working with like Age and Killer Ben and Tri-State a lot. So I'm just lucky, that he respected the art too. To be like, oh, Age is rapping on your beats, you must be
Right.
official. So for them to be like, so
Mm.
people don't know that. I seen everybody chop up beats. Me and my bro seen when Pete Rock was working with Ace for a little bit. We seen Pete Rock chop mad beats in front of us too. So we just be learning from the best too. So that's why what I mean. I see
No
how other
doubt.
people work when they and then they're listening to our joints, super impressed too. So it's just like an inspiration thing when you hang around with people who are just so talented and like
Right.
their own selves. It's like it's only natural that you pick up on those same traits.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, I love. I like I said, man. I love that. That sound. I love that click that that you're a part of, man. Because you're a part of that now, man. Like I'm telling you, you guys have carved out a nice, very nice legacy, man. As far as production, man. Like I'm telling you, man. Like it's really your catalog is excellent, man. Right now, you're
Oh
doing
man, I
you're
appreciate
doing
that,
well.
yo. And we just getting started, yo. We just getting started. We're
Right,
we're
no
we're a
doubt.
little young, so we still go. We still got a lot of work to do. You know what I mean? So we're just happy you be listening. So I'm just trying to show the love back.
Man, I listen to everything, man. Everything that you guys put out, man. Even artists that I'm not even particularly, knowledgeable. We gonna talk about that later. But I want to get to another one of my favorite projects. Again, I'm going to jump around from different projects. Some of my favorite projects from you guys, because again, when we talked about every project, we gonna be here all day. So
Nah, yeah.
yeah, so I want to talk about how was it working with Rosewood, man. On his the Ghost Poltergeist project, man. That's one of my you got this song on it, Pop Off, man. I wish I could play it right now. I wish I had a setup where I could play that particular song. But you guys have these smooth as jazz chords in it, man, and it just I freaking love that song, man. So how was it working with Rosewood, and how did you meet him, man?
Oh man, we met Rose early. We actually met him through Hus Kingpin, and
Shout out
that
to us.
yeah, and Hus was doing this thing called the Winners, and we were already part of that. So Rosewood used to come through all the time. He still does. He still does come through, but we just hardly do music. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, Rosewood is seriously one of the best rappers. You know, what I mean, yeah, and not on top of that, he's one of the best freestyle rappers. Because seriously, he be writing those songs like he's gifted, yo. He's like a real talented
Mm,
artist. You know what I
no
mean?
doubt.
And it just comes natural to him. You know what I mean? And he's one of them dudes, like the new guys that I've always like. I got caught of people like Hus Kingpin and Rosewood and West Side Gun and Conway. Like I knew those fools were like top tier
No doubt.
artist type. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
And the thing with Rosewood is, all our songs. Well, mainly this it goes with most of the artists that we work with is they're always coming out to Venice, chilling with us for hella long, building with us for hella long. So it's always a
Burning it down, smoking
yeah,
real good.
that's automatic. They have no choice to shit unless they don't smoke. Rosewood hardly burns though. Rosewood is hardly burns, so he be chilling though
Oh, okay. I
still.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but he's top tier. He kind of reminds me of like Mark Hami, to tell you the truth.
Woo!
It's it's hard to see that. I guess but I see it. Me myself, I see it. So, but
Mark Hami's
those
dope,
two,
man.
yeah, Mark Hami's one of my favorites too. It'd be
Yo,
him,
Mark
Rose,
Hami is
Hus,
dope.
Age. Those are my favorites.
He's hard to get in touch with, man. Like maybe you could get in touch with him, but
Nah,
he's very
nah,
elusive. Mark Hami's very
nah.
elusive, man.
Yeah, he's just as elusive as Rosewood and shit. Rosewood, if you, Rose, those two guys, I don't know, man. Those
Hold up. Don't
they be
forget Huss
popping
Kingpin.
out.
Huss too, man. Huss,
Oh
Huss,
yeah,
Huss, Huss is a part of the elusive crew also.
yeah. Those guys are my guys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are fam. I see them on the weekends all the time, just whenever I'm chilling.
Okay,
That's
okay.
like that's like my crew. my crew of it'd be like me, Age, Huss. That I always see Huss all the time. Rose, you know,
So he's out there on
Supreme.
the West Coast now.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
I,
he lives out here in downtown, out in LA.
okay, shout out to Huss, man. Yo, we go Huss. I need you on this platform, man. There's not a bigger fan of you than me, but we'll talk about that later. But look,
Yeah.
so again, man, I wanted to ask you this, man. What would you say? What makes a so? What do you have to hear in a song, man, for it to be like solid, man? Before I go ahead and just release this thing, man, what is it? What is that special ingredient, man? If I'm making any sense, like, do you have to hear in a
Well,
song?
yeah, it just has to be dope. I mean, we do a lot of songs that don't come out in the world, though. You know, like we got a Bolt that's heavy. That like we even have certain songs with a lot of artists where I just might be like, it's just not fire. You know what I mean? And I don't mind because not everybody makes fire 100% of the time.
Right, right.
But at the same time, you don't know what people think are fire. It's kind of like a feeling that you have. It's like, oh yeah, this is what I'm going for,
Okay.
even Age too. He'll be like, yo, this is what we're going for. Because when we make songs with Age, songs are going here, songs are going there. It's like going to different projects, so it's not exactly like planned or anything. You know what I mean? We're just
Right.
like we might have concepts of certain projects we have in mind, and then as we make it, we'll be like, okay, that's for that, this is for that, and then as
Okay.
soon as we have enough ammo to where we like, oh, we're confident, we'll start throwing stuff out. But usually, yeah, we'll have a lot of songs. Before we used to sit on songs for like 2 years and then wait out and then put them out, but nowadays I'm pretty quick. I just do it,
Right.
and me and my bro will
Okay.
just sit around and be like, okay, this is fire. This will probably last for a while. We're
Right.
just trying to come out with strong sounds. Because I'm also a fan of hip hop too. I listen to everybody's music. So my bro listens to everybody's music. He listens to more of everybody's music than me. So he's putting me onto a lot of stuff, and I'm putting
Okay.
him onto a lot of stuff too. So you know what I mean.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, man, like how do you how can I put this? Like, how do you approach like the sensitive task, man, of like, discussing artists like changes and arrangements in their, in certain songs, man? Like, how do you approach artists with that, man?
Oh, I just tell them, you know. Yeah, I've gotten so comfortable. Yeah, just be like, tell them. Be like, I think it'll sound better, and then if they don't like it, then they don't like it. It's a, it's a complimentary thing. You got to compliment each other, and it's
Right.
you gotta come to an agreement somehow because it's always not gonna be straight down the middle or
No doubt.
whatever. I mean, with some people, I guess money plays a big part, so it's whoever has the most money is calling the shots.
Right.
in
Yeah.
things,
Yeah,
you
man.
know what I mean? That's how a lot of people play. So, but me,
No
I
doubt.
don't care. I'm loud either way. You're gonna hear my opinion. I'm loud, you know. So,
All right, man.
and
So
people
look,
respect that. So,
yeah, you got to, man. And like I say, man, at the end of the day, man, you're trying to present the best product to the table. That's your job, and you want that artist to be looking the best that they can possible. The best. You want to present them in the best light that they can possibly be presented in. And I feel like that's really the job of the producer.
yeah, exactly. It's just to come up with the best possible sound you can, and to come up with I guess the best is subjective, but the most unique sound where you're like, okay, this is tough stuff, like,
Right.
because you still have to keep your ear to what's going on. You know what I mean? It's
No
not
doubt.
like I still
Mm,
listen. You got to be a fan. A lot of people say you got to be a fan first, and I feel like how can you even make this type of music if you're not even a fan? So you
no
know,
doubt. No doubt. No, I
and by
agree.
being such a hardcore fan, I'm kind of like picky about what I listen to. So I'm trying to get the best influences too. But me and Age, we go back and forth. We listen to a lot of like I listen to a lot of trash too. Just by shifting to everybody's music, I listen to a lot of trash, and I'm not mad at it
Asia
because
not listening to no trash, man. Asia not listening to no trash, man.
uh, it just depends, man. We tries what we find hard. what I'm telling you is trash is not really, because if I'm listening to it, I like it and shit.
I was just about to say, man, because you guys ear for selection, man, of beats and sound, man, is very high, man, upper echelon, man.
Oh man,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, and we
like where you guys
appreciate that.
place these samples and place the different arrangements. It's very unique, man. I'm telling you, it's to the point where I can tell a Dirty Dig song from now on. Like that's when I feel like an artist is really making their mark. So with that being said, how important do you feel it is for an artist to have a unique, a unique sound?
Oh, that's important. Important. You know what I mean? I think I've been saying that since the beginning of this interview, that that is the key thing of being an artist. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Of course you're gonna start off with, you know, mimicking other people's sound, and but eventually you're gonna have to grow up and start doing some real music and start doing some, you know, stuff that really moves you. You know what I mean?
exactly.
I know if I play a song for any of my aunts or uncles and they like it, I'm doing it. I'm doing something right. Yeah, they're like, oh shit.
There you go.
So,
Hell yeah. Nah, no
so
doubt. No doubt. So
yeah,
look, we go jump around a little bit, man. We go move around a little bit, man. I'm fast forward to one of my favorite projects, man, that you produce the Nautica niggas with Planet Asia, and on that project was the first time I heard this guy, man, A Rashid, man. He
oh
was on
yeah,
the title track,
oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
which
yeah.
leads me
He's a
to
legend.
yeah, Rashid, man. Which leads me to he put you guys produce dog food for him.
Yes, yes,
I
sir, yes, sir.
freaking love that project, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I freaking love that project, man. How was it working with Rashid, man? Because he's an interesting guy, man.
Oh yeah, he's a legend, man, and he's so knowledgeable. He's so smart, yo, and I just respect everything that comes out of his mouth. And you know,
Right.
Asia introduced us to him early too, because we used to have a studio out in Hollywood.
Mm.
I want to say like 2010. That's when I met A Rashid, and
Wow,
he I was
you know him
already
that long?
working, huh?
You know him that long?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause he was doing a lot of like a lot of lectures, and a lot of he was already doing putting out DVDs,
Okay.
and he was already doing all of that stuff. So you know, Asia hella into that. So we all are actually. So you know, A Rashid came out to the studio and was like, you know, showed us a bunch of his lectures on DVD, and ever since that, I've been watching him on YouTube and shit. So
Yeah,
when he
he's very
finally, yeah,
he's a very
he
knowledgeable
decided.
brother.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, man," I was like, he was like, "Yo, I want to make some songs, but you know, I can't afford y'all and shit." And I was like, "You stupid, man. We're gonna make songs anyways." I was like, because we already did a bunch of like the
Right.
Nautic and Agus joints and shit. So I was like, "Yo, man, you're already official. Just come
Right.
through." So he started coming through, and we started building all the dog food. You know what I mean? The dog food album. And actually, A. Rashid is the one that put us on to West Side Gun. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he's
Wow.
the one that introduced the world to that style of hip hop. You know, because he's the one that gave us the CD to West Side, and as soon as like we were playing it, that was like the only CD we were playing for like a month or two, like for real.
Which one you talk about? Which West Side Gun project? Hitler one,
Hit,
two, three,
yeah, no, Hitler Part One.
part one. Okay. Oh, so y'all was hip early, man. Y'all was hip early because I think I was a year late. I came Hitler two.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
was a
man.
year late.
Yeah, Hitler too was super fire too, though. But
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
it
Hell yeah.
was
But look,
yeah.
let's go back to that dog food project, man. I know Planet Asia, where he's on the track, man. It's Planet Asia, man. He's a fan of Rashid, man, because he's been on a couple of songs with Planet Asia projects before.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, well, that's if it's not Asia over here at the crib, or when I'm at the crib, it's A Rashid at the crib and shit. You know, those fools we always chilling all the time and shit. And we we make sure for an Asia project we're always including A Rashid. The same way with A Rashid, we got to make sure Asia's on the album and shit. And a
Yep.
lot of the times, those fools are in the those fools are
Right.
over at the same time. They're over, at the same time while we're recording both albums. A
Okay.
Rashid's over hanging out while we're recording Asia's album, and
No.
Asia's over while we're recording A Rashid's album. And those fools see each other all the time in New York. It's fucking wild and shit. It's a small world and shit. So,
How often you guys go out to New York? You guys ever go out there to record?
not to record this shit. My bro been out there probably maybe like 2 years ago. That was
Okay.
like the last time, yeah. So it's been a minute, you know what I mean? It's been a minute.
Yeah, man.
And
I fucking love that dog food. I just purchased that on vinyl about a month ago. It finally came in about a month ago, man. I love that the World Star X and the World Star X
oh
Cherry
yeah,
Picture and
that's a fire
Dirty
one.
Mackin, man.
Oh yeah, that's a fire one. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that Dirty Mackin, man. That is I think when I got that project, man, I played that song probably like 5 times in a row, man. I freaking love
Yeah,
that
man,
song.
I appreciate that. Yeah, A. Rashid's a legend, man. I
No
love his
doubt.
work. I love his lectures. I love it. I love his books, yo. I love his artwork. I love his t-shirts. He's just that dude, man.
He's a
I rock
dope
with him
dude.
heavy and to the fullest. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt. So look, we go. That was 2018, man. We go fast forward to 2019, man. And so, like I said, 2018, 2019, man. I feel like that's when DirtyDiggs really. You guys been cooking for a while, but I think starting in 2018, I personally feel like that's when you guys start really receiving your due because, 2018, like you said, you did it, the dog food project. You had the Nautica project with Planet Asia. You also in 2019, man, you got the initials on my jewelry. You did a couple of Aguilar joints, man. The White Lotus, Lazarus. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know. Laser focus. That's what it
Laser
was.
focus. I
Yeah, yeah.
apologize. Laser
Yeah,
focus,
yeah.
man.
You got me confused too because we put out so much music. I had to be
You
like,
guys have so much music, man. And I got so much like on my table that I wanted to talk about. But it's like this, your stories are so good talking about these artists, man. And I would love, if off camera, man, if we could chop it up, man, about some of
oh
this
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
man.
Hell
If
yeah,
it,
hell yeah.
if whenever you find the time. But like I said, man, 2019, man, you guys released some really great projects. But then you released your first album, man, like your compilation, the project with it's called the first, the last to three-peat.
Oh yeah, the last one's the 3P.
That
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is phenomenal, man. So what made y'all finally decide to let's put a project together, man. Let's link up with some artists and let's drop this thing, man. How was that? And how did you guys decide this is what you want to do?
Well, that's like not a new thing. We've been doing that. It's just I guess now people are paying attention, and like I make it so rare, like and available for such a little time that like when we do compilations, like I think we did one named Rodman too, and that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like a
that's a rare
mixtape.
one. That's
Yeah,
a rare one. That cover looks crazy.
yeah, hell yeah, man. And it's just like stuff like that. But really, it was just a matter of just putting the right songs together and just being like, all right, we'll just put out something for the people, and
No
we
doubt.
might as well, because we are gonna start focusing on just Dirty Diggs albums and having just the illest MCs on there and shit. We're
Yeah,
gonna do more
man.
of that too.
Yeah, because on that particular project, man, you got West Side Gun, you got Benny the Butcher. I mean, you got
Oh yeah.
Ito. You guys got some real heavy hitters, man. On that project, man. How was it working with Benny the Butcher and West Side Gun and those guys, man? Because
Oh
that was
yeah.
kind of like that wasn't that was around the time when they started really bubbling, like they was just about to cross over. What they're doing
Yeah.
now. How was it working with those guys?
I like those guys, man. Those guys are hella official. And the best thing about them is they respect the art too. You know, they really know what they want to do with their art, and they're kind of like minded individuals. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
They're serious about their stuff, and they know what they want to do. And shit, they're hella fun too, man. You know, when like when we do songs, fools are coming to the studio, so and I like and it's interesting too because I never seen in person a person do a song like Benny. You know what I mean? He's not writing his lyrics. Hardly anybody I meet doesn't write their lyrics. So Benny's like
Wow.
out there, you know, memorizing, writing in his head, memorizing the joint, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I'm
Mm.
ready." So and that'll be fire, you know. And West Side Gun too. Those guys knock out songs pretty quick, yo. Surprisingly, and the shits be like way fire. So you know, those guys are locked in. They're zoned in.
Right.
They know what they want. You know what I mean? And well, actually, one of my favorites off the Griselda crew is like El Camino. He's a young guy and he's fire, yo. I like him, yo.
Yeah, he's nice.
He's like the future to me. He's like definitely
Yeah,
the
he
future.
does the hooks a lot. Of you did it. You produced a couple of songs for him also.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, you know, I just rock with whoever rocks with me, you know what I mean? And I
No
know,
doubt.
you know, and you know, I'm not hella picky too, but at the same time, like if you got some fire, I'm pretty sure I know about it, you know what I mean?
No
Like
doubt.
there's
Nah,
fools out there.
no doubt, no doubt, man. So look, I always wanted to, like I said, man. Every time I talk to producers, man, I like to, get inside of you guys' heads, man, because you guys just make such remarkable music, man. And I'm just curious, man, to like, what is your process as far as like putting together a track, with you and your partner? How's that process like?
Shit, you know, my bro sometimes we make our own stuff though. You know, my older bro, he makes his own stuff and I make my own stuff. But sometimes we'll be in the same room all the time and you know, we'll just
And
if
let
he's
me
listening
stop you
to
for a second. Let me just stop you for a second. And the reason why I asked that because now this is a special question with you because this is the first production duo, that I've interviewed. Now I've normally talked to
word.
just yeah. So a lot of you don't see duos that often. So I've always wondered, how it is like working with a duo. So that's why let me preference and say that also. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, we be doing we do a lot of our own work too, and then but sometimes we'll be around each other while we're making stuff. Like he listen to records, and I'll be like, "Oh, that sample's fire! Chop that shit up," and then he'll
Mm,
chop it up just to appease me. You know what I mean? And then he'll go back to whatever he's doing. I might be doing something, and he'll might and might be like, "Yo, do these drums for me while I step out the room and shit." So sometimes it'll be like that. Sometimes I'll work on his stuff. Sometimes he'll work on my
okay.
stuff, but most of the time now it just be like I do my own stuff, he does our own stuff, and then we just sit around and then put together like, okay, well, we're making cuts as we're making sounds. I'm dividing what goes where. So, you know, at the same time we're still
Mm,
trying to, and it's good having a bro that does this too because that's mad inspiration. I got somebody I'm battling with every day. You know, I'm like, oh, you coming up with that? Watch this. And he's always like,
right.
oh, listen to this. I just made this. I'm like, ooh. So
Iron shopping. They said what they call it, iron shopping iron.
yeah, exactly. So that'd be the most fire thing about it, you know. And in my opinion, I think my bro is one of the top producers too. Just like in my own head, I feel like he is one of the top dudes out there chopping records, and that's just
Mm,
I'd be getting lucky just to even experience that because he'd be doing some stuff that I don't that not that I can't do, but I'd be like, damn, that's what you did. Okay, so and then I definitely do stuff that he'll be like, oh, damn, you're wild and shit.
right.
So it's just like a back
So
and forth thing.
okay, you just said like, again, that you work with your older brother. When did you I'm gonna go back for a second. I meant to ask this, man. So when did you decide like, you know what? I'm gonna work with I'm gonna work with my brother. Like whose idea was it? Was it your idea? Was it his idea? When did you guys decide like, man, let's do this shit together? Because you just said that your older brother is dope on his own. So when did you guys decide like, or how did you decide that, let's put this shit together. We better as two heads is better than one. Not saying that you're dope in your own right, and your brother he's dope in his own right.
Yeah, shit. I don't even know. It was just weird. It wasn't never like it was always like might as well be a team rather than because I never had my own like music connections. You know what I mean? Like Asia and Asia's like literally one of my first music connections, and you know what I mean.
Okay.
And he was still independent, so it wasn't like we were just trying to get in where we fit in, and it might as well be better as a team than trying to do it
Mm,
ourselves. You know what I mean?
no doubt. No doubt. Okay. Okay. Well, look. Okay. So now I wanna ask you, man. Like as producers, man. A lot of times you hear artists, they sample. I was watching this particular producer. I don't want to say his name because I like this guy, man. But what I didn't like was that he was just going through different records, and he was just certain parts of the songs, man, of the record. He was just kind of like throwing away, like dismissing it as if it's. And I'm a music snob, man. I admit this, man. I'm a snob, man. But I just feel like how. Okay, my question is, how much of the actual music do you guys actually listen to, or do you just listen just to get this drum break, or this guitar riff, or this bass line? Do you
Nah,
actually like sit down with a Jeff Beck or an Aerosmith or OJ's album and just listen to it? Like, do you guys ever just do that, or you just using it just
yeah,
for
that's like all the time, yo. I don't listen to like even if somebody tells me there's a fire break on a record, I gotta listen to the whole record. Like, you know what I mean? And there's some records where I feel like, well, and my bro too, like this is a thing with us. Like if the song is too dope, like if the song is just too dope, we won't use it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of dope songs that are just like, oh, this is too fire. We're not even gonna uh use this, you know what I mean? But if the song is too fire and the record is unknown, oh, we just came up on gold and shit. You know what I mean? So
Nah, no
so
doubt,
yeah,
man.
I mean, uh I'll listen to the record and then I'll know what I want to sample and then I'll listen to it again, sampling whatever I want to sample, and then I'll probably listen to it the third time just to see if I could find anything else, you know what I mean? So I'm listening to the song multiple times, four,
Right.
five, 6 times and shit. And then
No
I might
doubt.
even listen to the song again to just to try and find different parts. You know what I mean? So I am studying the music. Me and my bro are studying the music. That's why we're such big fans, and we try not to fucking butcher these fools because essentially being a producer, we're just using the best you know the best live instruments, you know what I mean, like Roy, or whether it's fucking Clyde Stubblefield or
Yes,
whoever it
sir.
is, you know
Roy
what I
A
mean?
is plastic. Yes, sir. And I
So it's
and the
just
reason. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh yeah, it's I was just continuing. It's like we try not to because we're using their sounds. We try not to slander that shit, man, because those are legends. You know what I mean? They're
Hey,
legends in the music world.
hey, you said it, not me, man. But I wholeheartedly agree. And the reason why I bring that up, man, because I'm as much as a hip hop diehard hip hop fan I am. I love jazz. I love R&B. I love rock. And I just in my opinion, man, and listening to guys like you, it just seems like you guys have that real appreciation for other genres of music, man. So how important do I think it's really important that a producers appreciate other genres of music. I mean, how do you feel about that? Or am I just being am I just being a
Oh yeah,
dickhead?
yeah. As a producer,
Am I just being an asshole?
nah. Yeah. But I think you're right though. Anybody who has a deep appreciation for music is listening to a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? That even goes with rappers. I know a lot of rappers that who are like super fire, who some of the most respected in our genre or whatever. They listen to soul music all day and shit. You know what I mean? They listen to jazz all day. So
Ghostface, Conway,
exactly, exactly. Gun, age, us all. I a lot of
Husk
times on my
Kingpin.
radio, I got we just got a lot of you know, a lot of music going on, and it could be even like new music. I listen to a lot of new music too, so you
Right.
know, I listen to everything. You know, I respect a lot of art out there, and I just respect people being themselves. So
No doubt, no doubt. Well, so look, man, we go fast forward again, man. Um, you know what? Before I bring this up, man, I want to play start, bench, and cut. Now, I'm gonna give you three producers, man, and you tell me who you're gonna start, who you're gonna bench, and who you are going to cut.
oh man,
Three producers. You
all
ready?
right, go for it.
All right, man. This is gonna be this gonna be different. So, all right, man. The first one I got is DJ Premier. I got The Alchemist, and then I got Pete Rock. Who you go? Who you go start? Who you go bench? And who you go cut?
Oh man, that's a tough one because all of them dudes are my guys, yo. Nah, I really enjoy all of them. So that's like a tough question, man. I can't even really answer that one, yo. Like, shit, you're gonna have to fully make a tough choice because I'd be like, oh nah, you know, because each of them are all legends, yo. But
Yeah.
I don't
You
even
know what?
know, man.
I,
I just
out of
be
respect.
Mad Lib. That's my answer. Mad Lib is the answer, shit.
Okay.
and,
Okay. So
and Mad Lib is
you at least put Madlib. You will have him like you'll start him.
yeah, you know that too and shit. But all of those guys I can't even cut. I wouldn't cut
Right.
any
Right.
of them. You know what I mean? Or I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna let you
bench
off
any
the
of them.
hook, man. I'm not gonna. I know those guys are your peers, man. I'm gonna let you off the hook. If it wasn't if you wasn't who you were, man, I will have to force you to answer that question. But I'm gonna let you off the hook on
Man.
that one, man.
Oh man, hell yeah, I appreciate that, man. Those guys are
Shout out to those guys. They
yeah,
are
man.
dope, man.
And
So look,
two of those dudes I actually studied in real life, so I'd be, you know, I'm such a big fan. I don't
I
even
already
mess
know,
with these
man.
guys, man.
Madlib and Alchemist.
Yeah, nah, yeah, Alchemist and Pete Rock. I see that, you know,
Oh, okay.
while they were chopping records, I be Madlib's the only one I haven't met yet, and you know, it
Wow,
just being at the timing.
I would have
Yeah,
thought you would
yeah,
have met him because he's from out that way.
yeah. Nah. He be chilling with A's and strong arm a lot, but I just be missing out. You know, they just be
Right.
like 10 minutes out the game and shit. I'm like, oh, I just missed fools. So he really be the only
Okay.
one of my favorites that I haven't met and that I haven't
Okay.
seen make beats in front of me. So I'm just lucky enough to have witnessed all that shit and you know use some of
Right.
the tricks of their trade to fucking enhance our stuff. So
Okay.
you know,
No doubt. No
and
doubt.
it's just mad respect. Like when we play beats for them, it's
Mm,
like when they tell me they love the beats, like that shit is amazing. That's only more
right.
inspiration. So
No
I
doubt.
wish
No
there
doubt.
came with. The only thing is, I wish money came with all
Yeah.
these compliments from everybody. We're gonna be rich.
Yeah, man. Well, look, man. I feel like there's no price. There's no price on being a legend in the making, man. Like you guys are definitely carving out a nice legacy for yourselves, man. You know. So I'm gonna give you your
Oh,
flowers,
that.
man. I'm gonna get. If I can't give you nothing else, man, I'm gonna give you your flowers, man, because I feel like on my platform, I want to. This my platform is not about just the artist, because I believe that guys like you guys are the ones who put the canvas together for the artist to lay the paint down. Without you, the artists don't have that beautiful canvas to draw on, man. So I really feel like the producers, man, are very, very important as far as bringing that certain element to the genre of hip hop, man. So salute to you, man.
Oh man, big ups. And we have that same mentality too, yo. Like I'd be a fan of. Well, that's the reason why I make beats. Why we make beats. We be fans of the fools who make the sound just as much as the rappers. So, you know, it's always good to hear that from another person, another hip hop fan that
Hey,
appreciates the work
salute,
that we
salute.
do, man. And you
Nah,
know,
man,
it's
you guys
always
are.
all love. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, no doubt, no doubt, man. So look, let's fast forward a little bit, man. It's 2020, man. You guys been hella busy in 2020, man. You dropped the Big Twins project,
Yes, sir.
Queensbridge, you did your second last one for three-peat earlier this year, and you
Yes,
also
sir.
released Jamal Gasol's Blunts and Venice, man. And you also released Planet Asia's Arctic plus Degrees, man. So I want to get into a couple of these projects, man. The first one I want to talk about, man, is Big Twins, man. And I always felt like Big Twins is so heavily underrated, man. How did you link with Big Twins and put that Queensbridge project together? Hello?
Oh man, how we were working with we met Twins while we were hanging around with Alchemist's lab all the time, and actually it was like during the Durag time we first linked up with Twins. But we actually were working on an album. It was supposed to be Gold Chain Military at Infamous Mob. So we were doing a bunch of songs for that, for that album. And unfortunately that album never came out. So Big
Okay.
Twins was like, yo, let's finish this album and then let's make it a Big Twins DirtyDiggs thing. And I was like, hell yeah, let's do that. So he
Yeah,
came through, he flew out here a couple times. We got the album done and shit, the rest is history.
no doubt. I really felt like a lot of people should have been here. I don't think that project got is just due, man. I really enjoyed that project, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
And you know, I fucking love Big Twins, man. Again, I feel like he's very underrated, man. So look, I want to talk about this other project. Again, I just mentioned you did drop another project with Planet Asia, but you also dropped a project with a guy I just interviewed a week ago, man, and that guy is Jamal Gasol, man.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
you,
that's our guy.
you dropped the project with him, Blunts in Venice, man. I freaking love that project, man. Tell me how you
Man.
met Jamal Gasol. He's a good brother, man. Like I said, we had a great interview, man. I'm gonna be dropping in the next couple of weeks, man. But how did you link up with Jamal Gasol?
Yo, we actually through one of our mutual friends who was like, he was working with Jamal Gasol already, and he was like, yo, y'all would be well together, and I kind of was like. The people he was picking out, I was like, yeah. When I got hip to Jamal Gasol, I was like, oh yeah, this was fire. You know what I mean? There's a couple of other people too, and then we finally started working with Jamal Gasol with Sauce Heist, and we have a project with
I, I was
Sauce
just about
Heist.
to. I thought that's who you was great. I thought that was your mutual friend. I was just about to say, was it Sauce Heist?
Yeah, yeah, and then and then after that, I was like, oh yeah, Jamal Gasol is official. We're gonna do that, and then finally Jamal Gasol uh, made the trip out here right before quarantine too. It was like right the month before quarantine was announced. He came out here. We were doing the songs, and it was luckily too because he wouldn't have been able to come out if he
Right.
would have
Yeah.
waited
Yeah.
a
Yeah. It
month
was
later.
crazy.
You know what I mean? So we did that, and that came out fire. That shit came out super fire. Actually, it's one of
I love that
yeah,
project.
his ear for beats is super fire. You know
It's
what I mean?
crazy. What a lot of people may like people say may not say, oh, he may not be the most lyrical, whatever. First of all, I believe that he is lyrical, and it's all you know it's all relative, it's all objective. You know, at the end of the day, it's about putting the music together, and I think Jamal Gasol's voice, along with working with you guys, man, I think that you brought. I'm gonna be honest. I think that you guys brought the best out of him up to that point.
Oh man, good looking out.
He just released another project right after that. I freak that project is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that
Um,
one's an amazing album, yo. I
that one
like
is
that one.
amazing. That one is
One,
amazing.
two.
You do a track on that one also.
Yeah, yeah. I think we did two songs, maybe just
Yeah,
one. I'm not too sure. One or two joints. I know we did something on there.
yeah. I know you got something on there. The world is Piff 2. That's the name of the world is Piff 2.
Yeah,
Planet
that's a
Asia.
fire album.
Planet Asia, he's on it, man. I told him to me that's his best project. But the second best, I would probably say was the project that you guys did with him, man. So salute to you guys, man, for bringing out like I really feel like he took it to another level. Starting with you guys. Not that he was dope before, but I really feel like he took it to another level. Started with you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Appreciate
Um,
that.
nah, no doubt, no doubt. So I noticed, man, like in this conversation, man, I noticed, man, unlike a lot of producers that I talk to, it seemed like you guys actually work with the producers, man. You guys don't. It's not just sending beats, sending verses. Like that doesn't go on as much as far as artists working with the producers, man. What do you think about that, man? Like, how do you like how do you feel about working with the artist opposed to just sending beats back to them? Because it seemed like you guys it, and I can hear it and I can feel it in the music, man. As far as you guys are in the studio with these guys, man. What do you think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that?
I think that's the only way. Well, personally, with me and my bro, that's the only way we'll work with you. You know what I
Mm.
mean? It's like you got to be. I got to meet you a couple times. We got to know who you are a little bit, because we had made we've had like we did make songs with people who I thought are weirdos at the end of the day, and I just want to quality control that. So you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's all that is. You know what I mean. I just can't have. You shouldn't have your name out there everywhere associated with everybody. You know what I mean? Because then you
You
might be
don't want to
associated with the wrong person.
tarnish your brand or saturate yourself.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I think it's not many people could make it out. So it's like also a form of great quality control. You know what I mean? If you're serious about
No
working
doubt.
with us, you're gonna come out and see us, and rather than just shooting a shot and cool if you send beats, that's fine. It's like nah, I got to make it a little bit tougher for you than that. You know what I mean?
Man, I appreciate it, man. That formula that you guys have, man, that shit works, man. Keep that shit up, man. Because again, man, you guys are like at the head of the pack right now. I know a lot of people, not
Um,
tapped in. A lot of people not tapped in, man. And I feel like, man, don't talk about underground hip hop, the greats of underground hip hop as far as production, and not mention Dirty Diggs, man. You talking crazy. If you're not mentioning Dirty Diggs, you talking crazy.
yeah, I feel that, but people are gonna get hit either way. You know what I mean? I'm not mad. We're gonna keep doing our thing, and
There you go.
I appreciate all the people like yourselves and like us that just be into this type of shit. So I appreciate you heavy. For tuning in and
Thank
just
you.
even doing the homework on stuff because. You be knowing your joints and knowing all that more than other people. Yeah, I get a lot of like regular questions, so I like your joint and your platform is fire. So I know
Thank
y'all
you, man.
killing it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. So look, I want to ask this question, man, because again, man, you guys put out a lot of quality music, man. Do you guys ever feel like you overwork yourself, man? Because you
Oh
guys,
yeah,
the thing is, you're making quality, high quality music, man. It's one thing if you're releasing a like, what do you call quantity, but you guys are releasing quality and quantity.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
ever feel like you guys just overwork yourself sometimes?
Yeah. Well, not overwork, but yeah, work a lot for sure and shit. And the thing I think that part is also what's helping us, be out there, a little bit more because this this generation we're in right now is so fast food type, you know what I mean? So easily consumed and everyone's dropping shit all the time anyway. So it's just I just gotta make sure because it's easy, making music is easy at the end
Mm,
of the day. So you just gotta make sure you competing with everybody
no
and I
doubt.
feel like I'm not exactly like me and my bro aren't exactly like popular yet. So, we're trying to get popular on fools and,
That's
just being
because you guys rely on the music. You're not out here doing a bunch of goofy shit.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. We're not out here gimmicky and
yeah, you're not doing gimmick.
wilding
Yeah,
out and,
you can easily be popular. All you got to do is just do some type of shit that will be on a meme or something, and there you go.
exactly. Exactly. But we not about that life right there.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
trying
There
to
we
catch
go.
these
There we go,
youngsters.
man.
So
So look, man. Like you said, man, you guys, the average fan, in hip hop, man, their attention span is like shit right now. It's not. They don't have a high attention span. And with that being said, you guys happen to release a lot of, you guys feel like you got to release a lot of music. So with that being said, man, a lot of music, man, is coming out, and a lot of it is really good music in the underground. So I personally feel that it is a resurgence, it is a renaissance going on in the underground right now. What do
Exactly.
you feel? How do you feel about that?
I feel the exact same way about that. You know, and that's what we were building on ever since a while ago. That's like our plan. Like our plan was to make this type of shit fire again. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah, and it's good that other artists too follow suit and make sure they know they can make money too, and it's possible for everybody to pay bills and do all that stuff through hip hop. So
That's
you
what it's
know
all
that
about.
exactly. You know, it's about making your regular life a little bit better.
That and that's
Your
how I
art.
look at it. That's how I look at it, man. I just feel like at the end of the day, man, I don't care about how much money you got. I care about do you make great music or not. That's it.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
can you are you able to provide for your family with the music that you're making? That's all that really matters. Like it doesn't for me, all that extra shit does not matter. And my platform is to showcase artists like yourself, you know, who stay true to their sound without compromising, man. And I want you to know that we appreciate you. You know, the fans appreciate you, and don't stop doing what you're doing. You know, we
Oh,
appreciate
Mikey.
you. We love what you're doing, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We appreciate you, man. And, you know, we just want y'all to keep staying tuned and spread the word. That's all we care about, you know?
No
So,
doubt, no doubt. Well, look, before I go, man, like I said, you got a new project out here, man. Let's talk about it. Wait, I'm not gonna let. Hey, you got a new project out here to Flare with Chewy. Yo,
yes,
I was
sir.
just listening to that Non Fortuna. And it's funny that you released that because I was just listening to Non Fortuna like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, fire.
I,
Yeah, yeah.
I love that I love that project. So when I found out you did, you know, that you dropping something with Chewy, man, out of Sacramento, man, you know, I was like, wow, this is gonna be nuts, man. So tell me, how did you link it with Chewy, man?
Oh man, the first time we met, well, we linked up with Chewy in 2020 was through Dope Networks, and
Okay,
we actually did an album with Dope Networks where he was like A&R and he was picking out the artists, yeah, having them come through, and
okay,
Chewy was actually one of those artists. So when Chewy came through, well, we met Chewy a while ago too, out in Sacramento,
okay.
but we were like, oh man, we might as well do a little EP, you know what I mean? Because he
Hmm.
drops a lot of music too. So,
A
and
lot of
I like
music.
it. Yeah, I like Chewy. He's a young legend, so you know, we only felt it was right to
Right.
do that EP with him. So, and I like his style. He's like a young guy. He's hip, and he respects like all that the samples and all that stuff. So
That classic shit.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, man.
he's a
Shout
little
out
bit
to
of
Chewy,
new, a
man.
little bit of old, and I think we feel like he's like the right combination.
No
So
doubt. No
yeah,
doubt.
he killed
You
that
know what?
EP though, man. That shit was fire, yo. I like that. He
Which
be
one?
on
The one?
point. The Flare
The one I
EP.
just mentioned?
Yeah. The Flare was
I
the
love
new
that
one.
shit, man. I love that shit. But speaking about shit that I love, man, this song I can't stop playing, man. That Soul Glow, man, and that
Oh yeah,
Rude Boy. That
yeah,
Soul Glow, man. Ooh,
yeah. That was like
I love that song right there, man.
yeah, those two beats were by the third person of Dirty Diggs. It's our nephew Jay Drippa. He made those two beats. We actually chopped up the samples and he did all the drums and even added some more stuff. So, we have a third person part of Dirty Diggs and it's our nephew and shit. So
Now
he's
he's
killing it.
new. Y'all just added him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
But
okay.
every now and then, like he's been adding production to a lot of Asia albums. He'll do one of
Okay.
them, like on the Cashmere Corners, he did the Rents do one. So you know what I mean.
What's his name? Shout him out, man. What's his name?
His name's Jay Drippa on IG. Everybody go peep him out, yo. He's
Jay
killing the shit
Dripper,
right now.
man. Shout out
Yeah.
Jay
That's
Dripper, man. One third,
yeah,
officially 1/3 of Dirty Diggs, man.
yeah. That's the extension of Dirty Diggs right
No
there.
doubt. No doubt, man. So look, I'm about to wrap this up, man. Again, man, I appreciate you being on my platform, man. This was a great interview, man. I feel, man, it's been an honor. But so what else with all that being said, man? What else you got coming up? I know you got the flare out with Chewy, man. What else you guys got coming up?
Shit. Right now we have a beat tape coming out October 31st.
Okay.
That one should be fire. And then we have a album, the last one's to three-peat part 3. That one should
Woo!
be coming out in December, and that one's a good one. Those are all fire songs. We got like Al Divino and
Shout out to
Huss.
Albino.
Yeah, Huss, Age. The normal suspects. Usually A.A. Rashid. Who else?
Yeah, man.
Skunks.
Hey,
Left
give me the
Lane,
heads up on that
Don.
one, man. I'm gonna need the heads up on that one right there, man. Because
Oh
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
two, I didn't even mention the second one, man. The second one is just as nuts, man. It's
Oh
the first,
man. Yes
you
sir.
know.
Yes sir.
So look, man, where can the fans find your music, man? And also, where can they find you on, any social media platforms?
They could just go to dirtydiggs.world, you know what I mean, and it's all over there.
Mm-hmm.
All our merch, all our CDs, all our music, even our digital downloads. Every now and then you could hop onto Apple Music or Spotify, but it's pretty rare over there, you know what I mean?
Right.
But
Okay.
I suggest everybody go to Dirty Diggs World, support, get a taste of that super fire, extravagant
Yes,
sounds.
sir. Hell yeah.
So
No doubt. No
we
doubt,
just try to keep the culture, you know what I mean? Because fools got to know that Alchemist and Madlib aren't the only ones out here killing
You
shit.
guys
So
carrying that torch, man. Hey, brother, I feel like you guys are carrying that torch. Like hip hop, underground hip hop, man, is in good hands with guys with the second generation. Because you guys are that second generation after Mad Lib and Alchemist, man.
yeah,
And I feel like
exactly.
you guys are carrying that torch, man, as far as this particular sound, man. So salute to you guys for that, man.
Yes, sir, man. We definitely appreciate you heavy, yo.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, look, man, I'm not gonna hold you, man. I'm gonna let you get up out of here, man. You handle what you gotta handle. But again, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure, man. Again, JR, 1/3 of DirtyDiggs, man. You guys
Yes,
can
sir.
check you guys out. You will not be sorry. Can you shout out the Bridging Generations podcast real quick, man?
Oh yeah. Big shout out to Bridging the Generations podcast, the illest podcast out for underground hip hop. My
No doubt.
God, yeah, let's
No,
go.
no doubt, man. I'm out of here, brother. You take care, man. Peace.
All right, peace, budgie.
All right.
Yeah. I done met Stevie, this your last freebie. Every time you see me, niggas better pay me. I done met Stevie, this your last freebie. Every time you see me, niggas better pay me. I done met Stevie, Yeah. And I got our crew too, 44 monkeys, jailhouse junkies, missiles and flunkies. Yeah, they won't miss you. Shoes, no tissues, prints, no issues. Freeze you in a locker, funeral with parents. Gaylord Faka, empty out the clipses. I killed your father, I take it further. Brooklyn 88 way, Sean out in VA, pushing all them T's. Malice with the wordplay, Jerusalem inside you. Book of Revelations, the devil is inside you. Islamicized you, Kabbalistic flied you. Manifest the real you, calculate and penetrate every wall around you. Violate, we drown you. Foxy, we brown you. Guard up inside you. Feng Shui your room to. Rufus seduce you. Dare you to come through. Bushes so dangerous. Ass little vicious. Gray skull castles. I done met Stevie. This your last freebie. Every time you see me, niggas better pay me. I done met Stevie. This your last freebie. Every time you see me, niggas better pay me. I done met Stevie. Yeah.
Gold tuxedos, sunrise sorcery, whole food groceries, blunts rotisserie, poison ring circus, circuit no chitlins, everything is fiction, listen to the children, I'm hip to the helpers, behold the black and white book, rose gold furniture, meet with the minister, initiate the best part, pay all the elders, live by the lessons, comprehend and contradict, figure out the message, 8 is a section, pussy has to say so, the currency is pesos, a rapper is a deadbeat, red meat is played out, your favorite is a traitor, my musk is Egyptian, the kufi was Gucci, love love it when you judge me. Learn from a broke nigga, become a rich nigga. Love Bill Cosby, posing in my Hill figure. Jesus is platinum, religion is the industry. My passport is accurate, travel with the magic, static with the addicts. Never met Stevie.
I done met Stevie, this your last freebie. Every time you see me, niggas better pay me. I done met Stevie, this your last freebie. Every time you see me, niggas better pay me. I done met Stevie, I done met Stevie. Yeah.